All right, so aim 10.4, characteristics of Renaissance literature. We just talked about a bunch of responses to the do now, so here we go. All right, I'll give you a second. So in literature, it's the humanistic ideas, right? That's what we mentioned, and it's new genres. A lot of this stuff has never been written about before. So these books that are from individual kind of perspectives and lay bare the flaws of mankind are not really, literature that has been presented, in great, any great amount prior to this. Authors begin to write about controversial topics also. So another example that you guys will take a look at today is from a guy named Machiavelli. Machiavelli is a Renaissance author who wrote a book called The Prince. And his book, The Prince, is essentially an instruction manual for new rulers. It is essentially a book about how to gain and maintain power. So that is what the book is about. And he has a lot of, controversial ideas in there. For example, one of the terms that he uses that has become very, very famous and very popular is the ends justify the means, which essentially means that so long as you accomplish your goal, it doesn't matter what you have to do to accomplish it. The end, the achievement of your goal, justify the means, the manner in which you achieve it, right? So the best example of this is he says in his book, if you're a prince and your father is the king and you want to be king, just kill him. So as far as controversial topics go, advising young princes to murder their fathers, I think we can pretty much agree is a pretty controversial idea. So, these kinds of ideas, that's where we get the term Machiavellian from. People who are kind of underhanded and conniving and kind of have ulterior motives for a lot of the things they do, they're kind of exercising that idea of the ends justify the means, right? It's all about achievement of the goal. It has nothing to do with how many terrible things you have to do in order to make that a reality. Right. So Machiavelli is a great example of those controversial topics that we're writing about. And then a lot of these other authors and a lot of these other examples of Renaissance literature are good examples of the humanist element, right? The Canterbury Tales, like we said, Shakespearean stories, like we said, human love interests, things like that. All right. So that's in general what we're going to see from literature with regard to how it kind of reflects the values